From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 13th, 2019. Over 2,000 Palestinians demonstrated on the Gaza border fence today, with several hundred taking part in violent riots, throwing Molotov cocktails and other items at IDF forces. One firebomb did hit an IDF vehicle, but there were no injuries. The IDF responded with riot control measures. 5 Gazans were reportedly hurt. Rallies also took place across Gaza today, marking 32 years since the founding of terror group Hamas, who controls Gaza. Israel's Channel 12 reported that a senior Hamas member also took the opportunity to respond to reports that there have been recent efforts to negotiate an agreement with Hamas over its holding of the remains of IDF soldiers Oron Shaul and Hadar Golden. Fatih Hamad reportedly said that Israeli soldiers won't see the light until our prisoners see the light, referring there to Palestinian security prisoners being held in Israeli jails. Blue and White Party leader Benny Gantz said last night that he would consider a pardon for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu if Netanyahu were to retire from politics. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin said last week that he was open to a pardon for the Prime Minister if he admitted to his crimes and left political life. New information has emerged about a life-saving act by a victim of the deadly Jersey City shooting Tuesday inside a kosher supermarket. 49-year-old Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, an immigrant from Ecuador who worked at the store, was killed along with 2 Jewish victims, 31-year-old Leah Mindel Ferenz, who owned the store with her husband, and 24-year-old Moshe Deutsch. The Daily News cited a friend of Chaim Deutsch, Moshe's cousin, who had been injured in the shooting. Chaim Deutsch told this friend that he was hit by gunfire, and Rodriguez opened the back door of the store and held it for him so he could flee. Rodriguez was then shot at the door and collapsed. The motive for the shooting has still not been officially declared, but New Jersey Attorney General Gerber Gruwal told reporters yesterday that the evidence points towards acts of hate.
Based on the available evidence, we believe that the 2 shooters were acting on their own. I can confirm that we're investigating this matter as potential acts of domestic terrorism, fueled both by anti-Semitism and anti-law enforcement beliefs.
Britain's chief rabbi Ephraim Mervis said today that while the elections in the UK are over, concern about the resurgence of anti-Semitism and other forms of hate remains. Mervis said Islamophobia, racism, and other forms of prejudice continue to afflict our communities and, as has been well publicized, even our political parties. Mervis said it is vital that we now bring the country together, ensuring that the voices of people from across our society are heard and respected. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson won a major victory over Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn, who has been accused of anti-Semitism himself and within his party. Corbyn, by the way, suggested today that he would soon step down from the party. An arrest has been made in the brutal attack earlier this week on an Israeli man on board the metro in Paris. Israel's Kan public broadcaster reported that the teenage suspect admitted to attacking Yogev Burstein, but denied there was any anti-Semitic motive. Burstein said he was attacked after he was heard speaking Hebrew on his phone. He suffered a broken nose and needed stitches in the incident. Police are still looking for a second suspect. Well, in a stand today against anti-Semitism, UNESCO voted unanimously to delist an highly offensive annual parade held in Belgium. The UN's Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization removed the Aalst Carnival from its list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity after the city's parade this year featured large caricatures of Orthodox Jews grinning and holding money, one with a rat on its shoulder. The Aalst Carnival was removed at Belgium's request over what the list committee called recurring repetition of racist and anti-Semitic representations. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, December the 13th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by a concert from the Andalus Ensemble. Then it's a discussion of the new nation-state law in Israel at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film Searching for Victor Young Perez, who was a Tunisian Jewish boxing champion at the time of the Nazi occupation of Paris. And coming up right after this newscast, it's Good Week Israel, followed by a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 13th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.